What is up everyone, Gunpla Collection here and welcome to another episode of GBGW. Last night at 7 PM Pacific Standard Time, the new event was released, replacing the current Sokai Festival event. Now, with that being said, I did do one of the missions, which is the EX mission last night, and I found that actually a lot easier than what I expected. Now, with that, let's go and take a look here. So we have our day 2 bonus, which is upgrade nippers tier 2, and we get 10 of them. And then we get our day 2 Radiance of the Trial reward, which is 150 Haro chips. Alright, so tomorrow is where we get our first 002 premium material if we don't claim the achievement reward by today. Alright, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look here. So there is an update error in which corrected parts are not recycled when certain parts are recycled. Okay, so let's go and read this. Thank you for playing Gundam Battle Gunpla Warfare. We are currently aware of an issue where certain parts may not net parts with the correct parameters, EX skills, part traits, or word tags when recycled. Effective period from October 8th, 2019, 7 PM Pacific Daylight Time. Issue details. Parts with incorrect parameters, EX skills, part traits, or word tags may be produced when recycling the following parts: Pale Rider, Tallgeese Endless Waltz version, and Blitz Gundam. October 23rd, 1:45 AM Pacific Daylight Time update. Gundam GPO1 Zephyrantes. We ask that you refrain from recycling these parts until the issue has been resolved. Progress. We are currently investigating the issue. Thank you for your patience and understanding while we work on a solution. November 5th, 7 PM Pacific Standard Time edition. The issue has been resolved as of November 5th, 2019, 7 PM Pacific Standard Time. If you possess any of the parts with incorrect details, quote-unquote exclamation mark, will be displayed next to the part's name as follows: exclamation mark Gundam GPO1 Zephyrantes, exclamation mark Pale Rider, exclamation mark Tallgeese Endless Waltz version, and endless exclamation mark Blitz Gundam. If you are in possession of any of the following parts as of November 5th, 2019, 7 PM Pacific Standard Time, they will be removed at a later date and you will receive a supplementary item. We apologize for any inconvenience this issue has caused. So it seems like they're basically taking away your part and giving you compensation, basically. I'm not sure if it's going to be Haro chips or something like that, but it definitely would suck if they provided you Haro chips after taking away a tier 4 part, even though they should just replace it. Let's just hope that for the people who have this issue, that the parts are replaced instead of, being taken away and given compensation for it. Alright, so with that being said, the new Gunpla part capsule and AI pilot capsule are pretty much in effect, and now you can get the Gundam Barbados 6th form and Gundam Gusion Rebake. They're all tier 4, and that's pretty much it. Let's see here. Okay, so they still have the bonus coin exchange, in which I don't think is, I don't know, I just don't think that that's a good idea. Reason being is because you would have to spend a lot of Haro chips, so that's 15 times 10 rolls, so 15 times 1500 is a lot, to be honest. So you need to spend a few $100s to even get a guaranteed 1 tier 4 part in the event. Worth it? No. Not only that, I just say refrain from using Haro chips on the events, unless if you're using it to restore your EN. Alright, other than that, Radiance of the Trial is live now. So basically this event will be live until November 12th at 7 PM Pacific Standard Time, and basically it's standard events. So there isn't really anything new, in all honesty. There is a scenario battle in which let's see, launch into the Gundam universe with scenario battles. You can only challenge these missions with a Gunpla equipped with Gundam Nadleeh parts obtainable from this event's coin exchange. Clear these missions to complete the related achievements and earn trial coins. Alright, so basically these scenario battles, you can only use the Gundam Nadleeh. Not too bad, in all honesty. So scenario 1 you have from the start of the event till November 8th at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to basically complete as many of the scenario battles. And then scenario battle 2, let's see here. So for scenario battle 2 you can use at least 5 Nadleeh parts. Scenario battle 1 you have to use at least 8. Scenario Battle 2, however, starts at the end of Scenario Battle 1 and ends on November 13th, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And other than that, of course, the 002 Premium Material campaign is available now. So we should be able to get 2 002 Premium Materials with this event, and then 6 more on the events coming up after. Alrighty, so other than that, let's go ahead and jump into Capsule and roll our free rolls. Yes. Touch. Okay. Alright, standard. One time. Yes. And touch. And then of course our last one. Yes. And touch. There we go. Alright, so let's go and take a look at the Barbados and Gusion rebake. So here's the part trait for the head. With blade category equipped, EX skill damage output boosted by 35, and this is level 10. Here's complete maxed out stats for the Barbados. It looks pretty interesting. The armor and melee defense have equal stats at 1182. Word tag wise, we have for urban area, raises all parameters 1% while active. Urban category gets an extra 3% boost, and ace, I don't even know what that word tag is supposed to say. Ace something. Excluded? Excel? I don't know. Raises shot attack 10% while active. Okay. Next up we have the Barbados 6th form chest. Armor and melee defense once again are pretty much equaled out at 1606. Part trait wise, defender job, shooting damage taken reduced by 35, and word tag for urban and ace excel. I think that's what it's supposed to be, excel. I don't know. It's funny because they EXCL when they could have typed it all out, because, you know, for urban area is already that long. They can type the whole thing out, but they decide not to. Barbaros 6th form arms. Best stats wise, melee attack at 3181 and melee defense at 1606. With the EX skill of the 170mm autocannon, it's a physical shot with a pierce of A-, power of D. Magazine wise, 11 cooldown. There is no cooldown at the beginning, but 60 seconds after you use up the entire magazine. Attack enemies ahead with the autocannon on your arm. So this is actually the first arm piece, if I'm correct, that has a magazine for an EX skill. Other than that, it would just be the heavy arms backpack as well as the comfort backpack. I know there may be some other parts that may have this, but I currently can't recall. Word tag wise for Urban and Ace as well. Next up we have the Barbados legs, and the best stat out of this one is the melee defense at 1606. So it seems like the 6th form Barbados is mainly focused on melee defense. Melee attack is only on the arms. Other than that, everything else seems very focused on defense wise. Part trait wise, defender job, EX skill piercing boosted 28%. Word tag for urban area and Gundam type. Gundam type raises armor 5% and physical resistance 5% while active. Next up is the Barbados backpack. Once again, melee defense at 1606, but this time, here's the interesting part. You have the EX skill Bloody Wrench. It's a physical melee category with the Pierce of D, Power of A, and cooldown. First time 20 seconds, and after that 79 seconds. Bulldoze attacking enemies with your wrench mace, then pulverize them into the ground. Squad recovers 48% of maximum armor, raises melee attack of your squad by 29%. So it's interesting that they put this EX skill on the backpack and not on the actual mace itself. Word tag wise for urban area and Gundam type. Alright, so here we have the wrench mace. A melee attack is at 4004. So this is by far the strongest weapon in the game in regards to the raw stats. Now it also has an EX skill of Mace Rush. Physical melee is the category. Pierce D, Power C-, which is odd. Cooldown wise, 6 seconds for the first time and 21 seconds after that. Blow away the enemy with your wrench mace, then leap into the air, pulverizing them on the way down. Raises your melee defense by 24%. Now, I'm not sure if this actually becomes the best weapon in the game in regards to melee, or if the Barbados mace is still the best weapon. So we'll have to figure this one out. Other than that, raw stat wise, this pretty much is the best for melee attack. Word tag you have for urban area and Ace again. Alright, so next up we have the Gundam Gusion Rebake. Gusion Rebake has pretty much an even stats for shot attack, melee defense, and shot defense at 1179. Part trait wise, physical ranged weapon magazine boosted 20%. Word tag wise, it has heavy armor, raises melee and shot defense 5% while active, and for desert, raises all parameters 1% while active. Desert category gets an extra 3% boost. Next up, we have the Gusion Rebake chest, in which armor is at 1601 and melee defense and shot defense are tied at 1179. Part trait wise, with axe category equipped, shot damage taken reduced by 35%. Word tag heavy armor, and for desert. Next up we have the Gusion Rebake arms with pretty much equal amount of stats for melee attack, melee, and shot defense, all three being at 1179. Part trait defender job, melee damage taken reduced by 35. Word tag heavy armor, and for desert. So that's already 3 parts with part traits. Legs wise, melee and shot defense are tied at 1601. EX skill halberd. Physical melee is the category. Pierce is D, Power C-. Cooldown 6 seconds for the beginning and then 21 seconds after that. Unleash a barrage of attacks with the halberd in your right hand, raises your melee attack by 24%. Word tag heavy armor and close combat. Close combat raises armor 5% and melee attack 5% while active. Now this is very interesting because the leg has an EX skill. which uses the halberd. Meanwhile, the 6th form Barbados has the EX skill on the backpack. Very weird, if you ask me. Backpack wise, oops. So backpack, you have melee and shot defense at 1601. EX skill, forearm combat. Physical melee category, Pierce D, Power A, 20 seconds for first time and 79 seconds for the cooldown. Engage in close quarter combat using your sub-arms and halberd. Squad recovers 48% of maximum armor, raises melee defense of your squad by 29%. Word tag wise, heavy armor and close combat. Interesting. And then last but not least, well, not really last, but halberd. Melee attack at 1601, which is part trait, defender job gauge increase boosted 17%, with a word tag of heavy armor and for desert. Next up we have the 120mm long range rifle, and shot attack is at 1601. Part trait, when armor is 40% or more, shooting damage taken reduced by 35. Word tag, heavy armor and for desert. There we go. Last but not least, we have the shield of the Gusion Rebake, and melee and shot defense have the same stats at 1974. EX skill, halberd throw. Physical melee category, Pierce D, Power B+. Cooldown 6 seconds for the first time and 21 seconds after that. Throw your halberd suspended from your shield at an enemy directly ahead. Word tag wise, heavy armor and close combat. So all in all, I guess the part that you want to aim for is basically the Barbados mace. I can't recall what it's called at this time. Let me go and remind myself. The wrench mace. So that's the one that you want to get if you are rolling. If not, I would just wait. Alright, so here we go. Shiro Amada. Parameter wise, armor and melee attack at 1180. Part trait, with power attribute self, enemy shooting power reduced 30%. Word tag, for forest, raises all parameters 1% while active. Forest category gets an extra 3% boost. And for desert, raises all parameters 1% while active. Desert category gets an extra 3% boost. And he looks like an infighter. Next up we have Rusamia Badam, a support AI pilot with stats. Like, it's not the best nor is it the worst. Part trait, with technique attribute self, enemy EX skill penetration reduced 22%. Word tag, for space and transformer. So for space is similar to for desert, for forest and stuff like that. Transformer wise, raises shot defense 10% while active. Alright. So that is pretty much it in regards to this. Now let's go ahead and do some missions and achievement stuff. So before I get into that, let's go ahead and claim our gift box rewards. Yes. Close, and let's go ahead and go into achievements and claim our achievements as well. Claiming our Radiance of the Trial title. Alright. And then with that, you can see the scenario battles. You can get the Awakening Circuit as well as AI Awakening Circuit Tier 3 with 30,000 capital coins. Then from there, clear 5 mission events for premium material, in which I already cleared 2. And pretty much everything else is pretty standard. All the way to the bottom, and you get your last Awakening Circuit Tier 4. Alright, so with that being said, let's go and head into the mission, and let's do some mission battles. Alright, so mission. Event. Radiance of the Trial. And I want to do the EX mission with you guys so that you guys can see what it's like. Now, I didn't roll anything, so my current bonus is at 240% up. I have the Exia GN Blade as the rifle mode equipped, as well as my Dynamy's legs on my main build, and everything else for my allies, basically the heavy arms. So with that, let's go ahead and next use our friend Ferrari, Gunpla that collector, and Sortie. So basically my build is still pretty much melee focused. I'm not focused on, you know, range attacks, so I don't have the Dynamy's EX skill equipped, unfortunately. It's not like I do much damage either. I do like 1 damage. Alright, here we go. So, taking out the Exia first. And I guess I'm already targeting the Nadleeh. Nadalee's done. Yep, so pretty much I was able to take on the EX mission and still get my percentage. Normally that doesn't happen and I'm required to use my main allies and main team. But this time it was a lot easier because of the buffs that I have. And of course we get a standard 9 trial coin as well as 22 trial coins as a bonus. Alright. Alright, so with that, let's go ahead and do the super hard version. And let's just go ahead and Sortie with this guy. So this one seems a lot easier than the previous events as well. So I guess I won't be using any skip tickets in regards to the EX mission. So my shot attack is still up. I'm still doing 1 damage. Alright. There we go. So not too bad in all honesty. With that, of course, the very hard mission will give you a standard 7 coins, and then with your percentage boost, it will give you a certain amount. I'm getting 17 for 240, which is not bad of an amount. Alright, next up, let's go ahead and do the hard and then normal. Actually, it's very hard, then normal. So next, and Sortie. Alrighty. Shouldn't be too hard. It should be easy. And I should activate my combat stance. Yep, that was fairly easy. And then it's just gonna get easier from here. Ooh. I didn't get that challenge one. Okay, so I'm gonna have to come back to that one later on and actually get the challenge of using the 3 EX skills, which isn't too hard. Alright, so we have hard. Alright. Combat stance. Fairly simple. Guard one time. Okay, I need to go back and do that one as well. So that's guard one time and EX skill 3 times that I need to do. Alright, next up we have normal. Let's go and take a look here. EX skill 1 time, clear without taking damage. Should be pretty simple. Shouldn't be too hard in all honesty. Because if I use combat stance, that's already done. As long as I don't get hit, I should be fine. And I already got hit. There we go. EX skill used. Yeah, something hit me. I don't know what it was. It did 1 damage and I was like, great. Just great. So that means I will need to basically do all these missions all over again. But with that being said, let's go ahead and go to shop. And trial coin exchange. So as you can see, you can get the Nadleeh parts. You can get the tier 5 Nadleeh capsule tickets as well. Standard, skip tickets. And then they provide all the tiers for awakening circuits, AI awakening circuits, and upgrade nippers. And of course you have the emblems of the celestial beings and of course standard gears. Now what I want to show you is something in blueprints. If we go into items, they've returned the skip tickets, awakening circuits, as well as the tier 3 awakening circuit items that you can basically craft. Now here in parts you have the Gundam Head. Now what's interesting is, as you can see in the upper right corner, it says 1. Why does it say 1 even though I don't even have this yet? Well, reason being is because, let's go and hold it. Reason being, max value wise, it's the same as a tier 4 Gundam Head that you can get from the standard capsules. Now, why is this important? Well, for those of you guys that want to basically complete a tier 4 Gundam suit, you can get the head. And not only that, if you get enough of these heads crafted, you can actually go and recycle for either the chest, arms, legs, or backpack. Now that is very important for those of you guys that want a certain part from the RX-78. Now for me, out of the whole body, I am just missing the legs. I have the head, arms, chest, and backpack. So this is something that I'm probably going to do and hopefully get the legs for. Other than that, in order to craft it, you are required to own 3 armor gears as well as 3 upgrade number all. Not too bad, I would say, but it's still pretty costly considering the fact that you need to craft 3 armor gears. Getting 3 upgrade number alls is slightly more difficult than what you would expect. But other than that, let's go and go to Capital Shop, take a look here. We do not have anything interesting, so I'm going to exit out. I actually need to buy the Nadleeh, to be honest. So back to the shop we go, coin exchange, trowel, and buy 1 of each. Yes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alright, so with 8 of these, let's go and Gunpla parts. And let's go ahead and change out 1 of these. So we will be changing out this one. Nadleeh head. Nadleeh chest. There we go. Nadleeh arms. Let me just go ahead and sort this. Tier 3. 00. Confirm. There we go. Makes life a lot easier. Legs. Backpack. Beam saber. Rifle. And last but not least, shield. And then we're just keeping Troa in here because I believe he is a multiplier as well. So let's go ahead and jump into mission now. Event. Let's see if we can sortie in here. Form squad, and let's replace this with the Nadleeh. So I will be piloting Nadleeh. Let's see. Let's do that and that. Let's see if I can sortie in this. Yes. Okay, so that is perfect. We will go ahead and do that. Let's see. EX kill 1 time, clear under 60 seconds. Shouldn't be a problem. Sortie. So this is pretty much the first scenario mission. Nadleeh looks really weird. Like the head looks weird. Alright, so I need to be very careful because I'm fairly weak. So I only have 1 EX skill, which is the trial system. Interesting. Alright, so there we go. We've completed everything. And we didn't really level up those parts as quick as I'd imagined. Alright. Alrighty, so with that, let's go ahead and try the very hard mission in which I'm going to have to be extremely careful. So next. and sortie. So one false move and I'm pretty much done for. So let's just hope that I'm capable of surviving in this mission. What's worse is that the enemies are pretty much scattered, so I just need to rely on my allies, which I've built for pretty much intense battles. Alright. Oh. Get away from me. Get away from me. Not doing enough damage. Oh snap. Too close. Too close. Too close. Too close. Whew. Alright, so far I've survived. Can't really do much on my end though. Oh crap. So I don't really understand that trial system. It doesn't seem like it immobilizes anyone. Like you're supposed to immobilize an enemy, but I don't really see it. So I don't know if you guys actually see it. Alright, so I'm actually going to save this last one for tomorrow's episode. I will be farming these missions in tomorrow's episode as well. I am actually fairly exhausted. Can't really focus or anything right now. But let's go and go to gift box, and I'll also go ahead and go over the Nadleeh stats and parts and everything. So claiming our hardships, 150. Achievement wise, let's go ahead and claim those as well. Claiming all, yes. So we have the premium material, awakening circuit, and capital coins. Claiming our normal achievements. Alrighty, and that's pretty much it, guys. So don't forget as well, tonight the 3v3 arena should be opened. If not, then you know, we just have to wait and see when it's gonna basically be opened. Alright, other than that, if you guys are enjoying the content I'm putting out for GBGW, make sure to give my videos a thumbs up. Comment in the comment section, let me know what you guys want to see, talk about, have any questions, stuff like that. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification icon so that you guys aren't missing out on any new content I put out every weekday unless otherwise stated on my social media account. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace out.